Charles-King and you're watching 1HEART Live. Now, I hope you're enjoying the show so far because our special guest on the hot seat this week, our living legend, Levi Roots. Levi Roots. And music artist, Princess Nyah. Now, my next guest is a TV presenter and journalist hailing all the way from my island of St. Lucia. Let's welcome Delia Dolor to the hot seat. Hello, my lovely.
Hello.
It's good to see you again.
It's wonderful to be back in London.
No, listen,
Yeah.
you go back and forth. What made you
Yes.
actually leave the UK to go and live in St. Lucie?
Well, two things. I didn't want to be like most of our parents who go back home when we're pension age and not able to enjoy life the way we wanted to. So my children were in their 20s and I thought, you know what? It's time for me to go. So that was one. And the other thing was I was actually headhunted for a job and it just seemed to be the right time to do it. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'll just go for 6 months and see how it goes. And that 6 months turned into 9 years. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes,
that's fantastic.
yes.
So you're actually, of course, you're second generation St. Lucian, are you? Or first?
Well, no, second.
Was you born? Right,
I was born here.
You were born here. So how do you find the change of pace, though? Because I know St. Lucia pretty well. I go there quite often, like you're back and forth as well.
Yes.
And when you go, it's like going back in time, especially where I'm from, a little fishing village of Canaries.
Okay.
So it's very, very sort of laid back.
Yes.
How do you find the change of pace between London and St. Lucia?
Well, it is slow, but I think that you have to accept that whatever you want to do, you just get it done. And you just don't bother whether it's slow or not. You just do what you have to do. But the good thing about it is that I felt that I didn't realize just how rushed I was. And actually the slowing down was good. And a lot of people, you know, we always laugh about the Caribbean mentality, soon come and all that. But actually it's good for us because when we live out here and we travel and we're, you know, business people, we're always rushing and we don't appreciate, you know, the good things in life and that you can actually relax and work at the same time.
Just chilling out for a bit.
Yeah.
Princess,
sorry, when people say that Caribbean people are, you know, you're on Caribbean time or more probably Jamaican time. I said, it's not that we are slow, it's that the rest of the world is moving too fast.
That's a good one. Princess Nyah, have you been to the Caribbean?
Yeah, I go to Jamaica frequently. That's the only Caribbean island that I've actually been to. But my mum lived in St. Lucia for quite some time and she absolutely loved it.
Oh, really?
She was there for about 3 years. Yeah, absolutely loved it. She always says, you know, you should go. And I'm just like, well, I just love Jamaica, so I'll go back to Jamaica.
You should go to St. Lucia, shouldn't
Maybe one
you,
day.
Delia?
Definitely.
What's some of the highlights of St. Lucia? So for people like Princess Nyah who's never been, tell her why our island is so beautiful.
Well, I always say that St. Lucia is whatever you want it to be. So if you want it to be fast, there are activities to make it fast. There are parties, there are street parties, there are house parties. If you want it to be slow and lazy, you want to laze on the beach, you can do that. If you want to be adventurous, you can climb our majestic pitons. If you want to, you know, think about your health, there's loads of spas and relaxation and massages, unique stuff, and cooking and food. You spoke about, you know, being authentic. Authentic Caribbean cooking and cuisine, you know.
Creole.
And also, no matter wherever you come from, and people always say this about St. Lucian people, they're just different. Each Caribbean island, I hate when people say that they're the same. They're not.
They're not.
Every island has its own uniqueness.
Absolutely.
You know, in the way it looks, in the way that people talk, in the way that people present themselves, and even, you know, the way that they are in terms of their personalities, their culture.
Yes.
But people always say, when it comes to St. Lucia, the people are just beautiful, you know, and they relate to all the other Caribbean islands as well, you know.
Sorry,
Levi's laughing away. Why?
The reason why I'm laughing is because usually it's Jamaicans you hear being so passionate about their island. It's fantastic to hear you. That I was thinking when I hear you speaking, I did kind of hedge in there because it's so scary here. Being so passionate about St. Lucia.
The thing is, Levi, you know, I think everyone is passionate about their islands. And of course, we hear a lot about the Jamaicans, but it's great to hear about the smaller islands as well, because, Delia, you're exactly right. Every single island has their own culture, their own music, their own people. I've been quite fortunate to go around the islands, and you've got French, Dutch, you know, you've got Barbados, which is like a mini England, they say, right? Or a mini America. What do you think?
Mini
England,
yeah.
So we're talking living legends. I'm going to ask who your living legends are in just a few moments.
Okay.
But first of all, here's some more living legends for you. How about John Barnes? How about Maxi Priest and Shabba? And how about Oliver Samuels? Take a look and enjoy.
Got to hold and give.
John Barnes is a former England footballer who scored 176 goals over his career spanning 2 decades. Barnes had successful periods at Watford and Liverpool in the 1980s and 1990s and played for the England national team on 79 occasions. In 2006, in a poll of Liverpool fans' favourite players, Barnes came 5th. A year later, 442 magazine named him Liverpool's best player of all time. Now retired from professional football, he is a commentator and pundit for ESPN and SuperSport. In 2005, he was inducted into the English Football Hall of Fame. Maxi Priest is a well-known singer with a long list of hits to his name. He is best known for singing reggae music with an R&B influence, otherwise known as reggae fusion, and became one of the first international successes who regularly dabbled in the genre and one of the most successful reggae fusion acts of all time. His 2014 album, Easy to Love, entered at number 2 in the Billboard Top Reggae Albums chart. Oliver Samuels is a comedian and actor, widely known as the Jamaican king of comedy. He's become a brand name synonymous with Jamaica and laughter.
The place hot, man. The air conditioning now.
You're hot because of the way you're attired.
Where I am going, there's a terrible blizzard. Last night the temperature was 40 below now.
Samuels is widely regarded as one of the funniest talents to emerge from the Caribbean. As well as having a large following in Jamaica and other Caribbean islands, Samuels frequently tours Britain and North America.
Another fool to hurt my...
Brilliant, a brilliant list there. Back to you guys. Levi, you were saying that you've been to Barbados.
I have, yes, yeah.
Tell us the truth. What did you think?
Oh, Lord of mercy. Well, actually, the reason why the memory is not that good at the time when I went, because actually it was about the cricket at the time. It was a test cricket between the English and West Indies thing. So, and at the time when cricket is playing, especially when the English team is there, then the whole place seems like you're in Brighton. Because everyone's there just looks like you're in the UK. So perhaps I didn't go at the right time. I go to the right places to represent Barbados.
Absolutely.
But I found it very flat. You can perhaps stand at one side of the island and see the other.
Absolutely.
But I need to go back in when the cricket's not on to get a proper view of what Barbados is about.
You'll hop across to St. Lucia because that's only 35 minutes away.
I was going to say that, Delia. I was going to say that. And I tell you what, we haven't seen more about you. So let's showcase our wonderful Delia Dolor. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Delia Dolor, executive producer and host of a primetime talk and entertainment show called The Dolor Factor.
Loving Delia Dolor's work there. You've been doing it for a long time.
Oh yeah,
haven't you?
Yeah, I started here.
You started in the UK,
yeah. In the UK.
And how did you get started? For those who don't know.
I'll do it really quickly. I read an article, this is many, many years ago, in Pride magazine, and it was a man talking about oral sex, and I thought, what do you know about that? Because it was about 15, 20 years ago when men didn't talk about it at all. So I read it, I thought, oh, good article, but I think you need a female version. So I wrote the first paragraph, and I sent it to the editor, and I said, I think a woman should write it, and this is how it started. And she said, you've got that commission.
Wow.
So I got that commission, and then the BBC saw it, Choice FM saw it, everyone saw it, and they said, can you please come and talk about this article? So I was a guest on several programs, and then producers saw me and said, hey, you're great for TV. Would you like to do this? So I was actually working with the BBC as one of the freelancers. So if anyone was sick, they'd call me in and I'd fill in. And so I did all different types of things. And then I went to Choice FM when they started 107.1 107.1, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. They started that, so I was opposite Jenny Francis, so I started doing radio, and I just built
You built a whole career from there, really.
Yeah.
And it's great to see more Afro-Caribbean women as well in the forefront, which is fantastic. Guess what, guys, though? I've got some laughs for you, some Betty laughs, because we Caribbeans are known for our love of chat and some hardcore laughs. So we've decided to throw all these comedians in a room in a whole heap of chat.
I was in Jamaica the other day and a woman served me, her hand was like mine, but her face was like she was a brownie. I'm like, what's going on? Why? And if you're going to do one bit, you've got to do all of it. But I don't know why they're doing it. That's some old school thing about the light and dark.
It's loving yourself. It's loving, you know, the strangest thing, I will say this, living in a Western culture, although financially we're better off, we're not necessarily happy. I watch programs all the time, like them Beers Grills. Yeah. Them kind of ones where they, or the ones where they go into like, you know, rainforest where you got them tribes that are very secluded and cut out from it. And I saw a program one time, you know, it's about half hour, but the one thing I took from all of that was how happy these people were. They didn't know what PlayStation was. They'd never seen a proper town, let alone thing. They're just cut off, like a living array. Happy, what they do, the guys go out in the morning, and they go on hunt, and then they bring back whatever they hunt, and they sit in the middle of their little village, and they carve up. So it's like, right, that's for Allah's family, that's for whatever, they chop up. The kids played happy. Everyone, some of them, most of them ain't even got teeth.
But they were still happy like Gulliver.
Still in the camera, smiling, happy. And they ain't got nothing.
But some of those tribes way out in the bush and stuff like that. I mean, the bleaching thing could be culturally, could be a faith or something like that. But what I can't take is like I see some women who bleach, and I said, if you're gonna bleach like yourself, bleach fully. When your skin looks like a football kit,
don't bleach. Right?
It don't make no sense. I was like, do you play for Newcastle? Are you Cisse? Do you play for Newcastle? How can you have red skin hair, dark skin hair, then brown skin hair, and you look like a football kit? Allow it, innit?
No, I feel like as with many things, beauty is sort of being globalized. Because on the other side of bleaching, there are pale white people who are tanning. So it's almost like we're coming to this one ideal of what good looking is, and it's kind of like not too light, not too dark. It's kind of long hair, long wavy hair, big bum. It's really curvy, but not too fat, not too skinny. It's always like everyone, basically, if you can create one version of beauty, no one ever fits to it. So you can sell them stuff to get to that level of beauty. Whereas if everybody just said, I'm happy with what I am, you couldn't sell them anything. You couldn't sell bleaching cream, you couldn't sell tanning products, you couldn't sell hair extensions, you couldn't sell all the things that come with it.
It is for the younger generations, because older people, they don't give two hells about certain things. That's why people don't try and market it to them. It's like once you get older, you think, do I need this?
Yeah.
You know that kind of reasoning, do I need this? When you're young, you think, oh, I want it. Everyone else, oh, I want it. Oh, everyone bleaching, I'll bleach. When you get older, right, as you get older, you don't need none of that. I don't know too much old people that's bleach.
Electric keys got enhancement. Bleach my gas card.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Have you guys seen this new story about homeless pods, where people can just, if they're homeless, instead of them sleeping on the street, they can go into like a little pod thing and stay the night to keep warm and safe. Right? Yeah. And you can put it anywhere on the street. It could be on the wall, yeah. You could put it at someone's yard. Yeah.
Where are they proposing to put that?
I don't want that in my house. Like.
It's central London, all over.
That's the thing, though. Look at it.
I don't want it in my house. No, help the homeless, yeah. Help the homeless and all that, but sure they can do something better than this.
My issue with this, right? Those pods are quite big, right? Yeah. And I got Sky Dish, right? And this will get into. It's bad enough when a pigeon goes in your Sky. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want no homeless man disturbing my Sky Sports. You understand what I'm saying? And not just these pods, right? These pods of homeless people go inside it, right? At the end of the day, the homeless are going to get kicked out of it because enough men can get kicked out of their house by their missus and doing this kind of thing.
That one looks good.
I got issues with this, you know what I mean? Because in the day, there's people out there who are asking for planning permission and will jump through hoops from the council, and man gonna put this in my house. I will make a homeless person homeless. Put that in my house. I tell him straight, you need to move. If I can't get no planning permission, move. No. You're homeless for a reason.
We just looked at one by itself. When it's chained together like that, I understand that.
I think what that will show is a compassionate society that says, look, we're a society that doesn't want our homeless on the street.
They get an area of a space and just line them up. Like when they
Like
got
a
those bike
ghetto,
schemes,
right?
they got
You
those
just
bike
wanna,
schemes, and they got all the bikes parked up. They can line up a few of those. There's only a little pod. Line them up on the street, not on my wall or nothing like that.
Why can't
Why
I
do
see
they
the
have
park?
to be on the wall? All the park.
Put a tree in the park. Put a tree in the park.
Yeah,
Why my house? Why my hard-earned cash from my council flat? You want to put a pod next to my sky dish? Why?
Because the whole point is, first of all, if you attach it to another building, you don't have to heat that one. It will get heat from the other building. If you put it in a tree house by itself, it's going to be
drawing on my electricity. No. When they can contribute to my electricity and then watch my sky through that pod. No. I'll make you.
How watch the sky through the pod? There's no electricity in there. There's no electricity.
You just said the drawing for the electricity. The heat.
If you attach a building to another building, it will be warmer than if the heat coming from that building will make that pod warmer than if it was.
I will let him live in my house where it's cold, and I'll live in the pod.
I'll go in the pod. It looks all right still inside. You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, like if you're a homeless guy and you take all your possessions, you get a pod or whatever it is, and they said maybe it's only short-term use. But even then, you're still gonna be like, knowing human beings, it's just gonna become another status symbol. It's gonna be another notch above. You're gonna get like you're gonna park your little shopping cart outside of it. You'd be like, oh, he's got 2 shopping carts in the driveway. He's a big boy outside of his pod, and he's gonna go up in his pod. He's gonna have all the lady homeless chicks coming up to his pod.
That's gonna be the shortest. Yeah, that's gonna be the shortest version of homeless MTV cribs. You put.
Those crazy cats, and I'm loving my guests on the hot seat. We've still got more for you, so we'll see you after the break.
Some of the people, the actors, don't want to portray their stories anymore. They want to sit into a show that has nothing to do
with them.
Culture.
Well, tough luck, really, because you can be in as many Shakespeare as you like. I mean, and if you don't know who you are, you just look like an idiot.